The City Council declared Homelessness Action Week in San Diego just last week. It's an ongoing issue city and community leaders as well as law enforcement continue to tackle. Now, here to talk about law enforcement's role in dealing with the homeless population, Lieutenant Farrar with San Diego Police Department's Homeless Outreach Team. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Well, first of all, talk to me about the mission of the Homeless Outreach Team.
The mission of the Homeless Outreach Team is to reach out to the homeless people experiencing homelessness. And we have the time, because our officers are assigned full-time, to try to figure out why they're homeless and how we can assist them getting off the street. And as a result of that, we have team members that are from Health and Human Services, as well as people with mental health training that can facilitate the placement from the street to somewhere else.
And it's not an easy issue to deal with. What type of challenges do you run into?
It's very challenging because you have such a variety of homeless people that have just experienced homelessness because they lost their job, or people that have been chronically homeless for many years. And then you have the issues of physical health, mental health, substance abuse, all kinds of different issues. Lack of housing available to individuals is also a real challenge in San Diego, and one that we're working on countywide.
Now, what do you do with people, some people that you might talk to that don't want your help?
We always say that when the Homeless Outreach Team that it's not an event, it's a process. Because at one particular day we may talk to someone and offer services and they may turn us down, and then the next day they'll be ready to get off the street and we'll be there to help them. So it's a process, not an event.
Mm-hmm. And how many people do you respond to, I guess, monthly or yearly?
Well, you know, we track a lot of things. We track the contacts we have, and I can tell you for the year 2015, the calendar year, we actually placed over 800 people off the street into some sort of shelter, which we're very proud of. And we make many contacts during the day, and we get turned down. So we have a percentage of the people that will actually get off the street and some that will reject the services.
Got it. And I know it's not something that you do alone. What kind of community groups do you work with in dealing with this process?
Right. We are just a real small part of it. You know, we in the county and the city work really well together. The police are a very small component. You have the Health and Human Service, you have the Housing Commission, you have mental health systems, you have so many partners that we have that we work with. All the service providers, St. Joe's Villages, the Rescue Mission, Rachel's Women's Center, Salvation Army. We're just a real small part where we're out in the street making that street contact, but there are a lot of people working together to solve this issue.
Now, you have 5 officers full-time working on this. Is that enough? I mean, it's such a big issue. 5 officers seems like that's a lot of work.
Right. Obviously, in any position, we could use more help, but they do a phenomenal job, and we're really happy to have the ones we do. In addition to the 5 officers we have full-time, we've been able to hire some people back as provisional officers to help us out. So they're making a big impact, and I'm very proud of the work that they're doing, but obviously in any situation, we could use more resources, and ultimately having additional housing is key, and I know the county and the city and the mayor of the city of San Diego are really working on additional housing to place not only the homeless people, but particularly homeless veterans.
And with the team, you talk about placement. Is that the first priority?
Our first priority is obviously to get them off the street into some sort of safety. You know, being on the street, living on the street is very dangerous. And being homeless is not a crime, but what happens if you stay on the street, you're more likely to be a victim of crime. And so it's just a very dangerous place to be, and especially for women and children, we want to see them off the street.
Great. Anything I missed that you feel is important to add?
Well,
did we cover it all?
I think we covered it all, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, Lieutenant Farrar with the Homeless Outreach Team. I'm Melissa Masiha with this week's San Diego Newsmakers. I'll be back next week.